Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another Pokemon TCG live online match video featuring the Pokemon GX from... Yeah, we're going to switch things up a little bit. Instead of focusing on the Burning Shadows expansion, we've taken a look at a lot of the Pokemon GX from there. Let's take a look at the Shining Legends Pokemon, and we're going to focus on, as you can see in the layout, Mewtwo-GX for our first of the, I guess technically the second, no, the first of the Pokemon GX from Shining Legends. The first deck that we used featuring Pokemon from this set is, or was, last week. It was Mega Beedrill using the power of the Jungle Totem Venusaur. Now, that wasn't a Pokemon GX, of course. This time it is going to be Mewtwo-GX, so the first deck featuring the GX Pokemon from this set. Before we get into this, though, however, if you look down below, there is a code for you folks out there, first come, first serve, to get this, courtesy of Andersen Cards and Collecting, who donated a bunch of cards to me, a bunch of code cards. I used a couple, but I want to save some for you folks out there, and give a little shout out to Andersen, as you can see down below. Well, I think right about here. I'm going to try to do that annotation little trick that I do, but I'll have a link in the description as well to go check out Andersen's channel if you're interested. See all the cards and collecting going on over there. But of course, as I say, you have a chance to win the code card down there. I guess you're seeing it already, but let's go with the base Sun and Moon set. You know, we got a code for Guardians Rising and Burning Shadows, but we'll be giving them out in later videos. The base set Sun and Moon is the first one up. I gotta make a note of that so I know which code to give out to you folks. But again, first come, first serve. Come here to the shopping cart in Pokemon TCG Online. Enter that code where it says redeem codes. Get yourself an 11 card booster pack, 10 cards plus the basic energy of the Sun and Moon base set. Alright, so as we get into this deck here, it's going to feature Mewtwo-GX, of course. As you're watching this, if you watch this the moment it goes live on YouTube, I'm currently at the Crimson Invasion pre-release at Heroes Beacon, which is pretty cool. You're going to see a bunch of the Ultra Beasts in Pokemon TCG. Can't wait to see that. I am going to be doing some recording, as I always do, to show off some of these new cards in battle. And I'm going to see if I can record sort of a two-part thing, where we're going to show off some of the, like, basically pack battles between some of the players who want to, you know, see who's going to have the better deck, and better packs. And some of the folks just want to open up their packs on the camera too. So we'll have a whole bunch of pack opening coming up. I'm hoping tomorrow, if I get all the editing done in time. So stay tuned for that. If not, I don't know. It'll be out soon. Anyway, but let's take a look at the Genetic Burst deck. As you'll see, yeah, I'm using Venusaur again. I love this Venusaur so much. But of course, the main Pokemon is going to be Mewtwo-GX. You know what? Let's take a look at the full art I managed to get here in the online game. So, Mewtwo-GX, a basic Pokemon, Psychic type, 190 HP for one Psychic Energy. The first attack, full burst, 30 times, does 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. For a Psychic and Colorless, Super Absorption does 60 and heal 30 from this Pokemon. Psystrike GX for 3 Psychic does 200, not bad. And it says this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So no tools are going to help them out. No, I guess that would also ignore, let's say, Crystal Ray of Glaceon EX prevents from evolved Pokemon. Let's say, what is it, Flash Ray, I think, from Jolteon EX, preventing damage from basic Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Psystrike GX would get past that. So, that is going to be our main attacker. I do have 3 Mewtwo-GX in the deck, and the reason I've got Venusaur in here again with Jungle Totem is because each basic Grass Energy attached to your Pokemon provides 2 Grass Energy. So, do you see where I'm going with this? Every Grass Energy I add to the Mewtwo is going to be 2 energy being provided, so 30 times the 2 of them, 60 more damage. So I've got 2 Venusaur in here, 1 Ivysaur, 3 Bulbasaur, and just to get that Grass Energy out a little bit faster, another ability coming into play, we have Vikavolt from the Sun and Moon base set. The ability Strong Charge. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Grass Energy and a Lightning Energy card, and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. I don't have any Lightning Energy in the deck, I do have Grass Energy though, so every turn, play one of these from the deck right onto your Mewtwo-GX. I can also play a second Grass Energy from hand to Mewtwo-GX. That's 120 more damage immediately being done, or being, you know, added to that full burst attack, doing insane amounts of damage with minimal energy cards. It's going to be kind of fun, if it works. I got 2 Vikavolt, 1 Charjabug, and 3 Grubbin. Those are the 15 Pokemon. Let's just scroll down to the basic energy. We have 5 basic Psychic, and what is that? 7 basic Grass Energy, so 12 energy cards in total. Now then, the item cards. What I want to probably do for the next live stream is do like a live deck building and show you why I choose some of the staples along the way. You want to use your field blowers. These are pretty good tools. Not even tools, they're items. Choose up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadium cards in play, yours or the opponent's, and discard them. Get rid of the opposing tools. If they have a stadium that's helping them out, that is gone. Field Blower is definitely a nice card to have. Couple of Nest Balls to search your deck for a basic Pokemon and bench it, not bad. 2 Professor's Letters to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and take them right into hand. And since Versus Seeker is no longer standard legal, I had a discussion with my buddy Lahola Gamer Wally, or Lahola Wally Gamer. I feel bad. I've given out so many of his code cards and I've linked over to his channel a bunch, I forget his channel name. Lahola Wally, let's go with that. But he was saying how he sent me a message, total shock. Versus Seeker is not standard anymore? And I'm like, no. As much as we like it, until it gets a reprint, it is not standard. But, as I've said, Puzzle of Time is a pretty decent substitute if you can get 2 in hand. You play 1 Puzzle of Time at once. You can search the top 3 cards of the deck and rearrange them how you like. But, if you have 2 Puzzles of Time in hand and you play both at once, you get to take 2 cards from the discard pile back into hand. So essentially it's like 2 Versus Seekers, but with more versatility. You can get back a special energy, you can back a tool, get back, I guess, a Puzzle of Time. But don't, because that's just going to sort of delay the game, and you don't need to do that. But Puzzle of Time, pretty good substitute for a Versus Seeker if you get 2 of them. Anyway, we also got a couple of random receivers. Search through your deck until you find the first supporter card and take it. Got 3 rare candies. Since you see the stage 1s of Charjabug and Ivysaur, we only got 1 of each. I got 3 options for evolving past that stage of either evolutionary line. A couple of Super Raws to shuffle back in 3 cards of basic energy or Pokemon, any combination of which. I've got 2 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards from hand and search your deck for any Pokemon. Now we've got the Altar of the Mune. The retreat cost of each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, that has any Psychic or Darkness energy attached is 2 colorless less. That is going to cover the Mewtwo-GX's retreat cost, if I can get it into the maximum. There we go, the max view. So it has a 2 retreat cost. With 1 Psychic, it's a free retreat. And with Venusaur, if we have, for example, well, I guess 2 Psychic wouldn't reduce it by 2, but if we have a Psychic and a Grass energy, we could discard the Grass energy because it provides 2 energy thanks to Jungle Totem. So that could be a quick retreat if Venusaur does find itself in the active spot. So that's going to help us with our retreat purposes. You have Bridget in here, starting off the supporter cards. Search your deck for 3 basics, which could include Mewtwo-GX, and put those 3 on the bench. So she's like 3 Nest Balls in a single card. Of course, it does use your supporter for the turn. I've got Guzma, since Lysandre is no longer standard legal. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. If you do, switch your active with one of your benched. So both players switch around, and you choose both players' Pokemon to get switched. You also, or I also, have Lily in here. Draw cards until you have 6 in hand, but if it's your first turn of the game, you draw until you have 8. Very good first turn supporter to get into play. We got N as well. Both players shuffle the hands into the deck. Draw back 1 card for each remaining prize. We have Pokemon Center Lady for healing purposes. Heal 60 damage and special conditions from one of your Pokemon. For a little bit extra damage if we want it, but also a little bit extra cards, Professor Kukui is here. Draw 2 cards, and during this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. We've got a couple of Skylas in here. I'm so glad she's still standard legal. Ah, good old Breakpoint. Breakthrough is the earliest of the standard legal expansions, and Breakpoint came after that. Skyla is still here. Search your deck for any trainer card and take it. I've also got Sophocles. Discard 2 cards from hand, and if you do, draw 4 cards. Could come in handy. And the last supporter is going to be Wally. So if we do find ourselves with a Charjabug in hand or an Ivysaur, I play it down, evolve the basic Pokemon. I can then Wally into the stage 2 immediately from within the deck. It does work for Pokemon that you just put into play that turn, which is very nice. Much better than like the Evo Soda. But again, the reason it is so much better is because it's a supporter card, so you can only use 1 supporter per turn. The only items we got, the only tools we got, a couple of Fighting Fury Belts. I was thinking of the Choice Band, but in case we're not fighting Pokemon EX or Pokemon GX, I want to be able to do extra damage regardless, but this also adds 40 HP to any basic Pokemon holding it. So Mewtwo-GX going up to 230 and doing 10 extra damage with that full burst or the super absorption, or I guess even the Psy Strike if we do manage to energize that up. But that is going to be a quick wrap-up of the deck summary. We have 15 Pokemon, 33 trainers, and 12 energy cards. As always, let's head over to the Versus mode here in Pokemon TCG Online. Steelix EX is available, if we can climb high enough in the ladder. I never climb high enough to get anything. How long do these last for? 16 days, so we got about probably 3 weeks, I guess. But we're going to jump into a battle using our Genetic Burst. See who our first opponent is, and if they can stand up to the power of Mewtwo-GX. Admittedly, this kind of a deck idea does take some time to get set up, so if we can survive a couple of turns by taking some hits, then we start dishing back some damage. If we can get all of our Stage 2s in play. So, Zero, I guess 0, with, I didn't see all the typings. It looked like Fighting was in there, I believe, maybe Darkness. We lose the coin flip, but let's see. I can't really tell what typings they might have. So they're going to go first. We will get to attack on the first turn, and we're going to mulligan! Welcome to the Professor Chaz channel, where we mulligan all the time. Not really. I've got 9 basics in the deck. There's no call for a mulligan. In fact, there's no call for a second, third, or fourth mulligan. We only had the one. Okay, if I had more, there would be a little arrow next to mulligan 1 and see all the mulligans that we did have. I guess we'll leave Grubbin up here. We're going to drop Bulbasaur and the other Grubbin. You're there to take a hit, my little friend, unfortunately. So, they get to take a card for that mulligan, and they can get themselves set up for their first turn. What do they have to work against us? That's not a good start. You don't get to use your Wonder Tag ability. You do get to hit me for Energy Drive on the next turn, though. 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. So, what we're going to do here, I'm going to Ultra Ball, and we're going to Bulbasaur, and I guess the basic energy. Let's grab ourselves one of the Mewtwo. Let's get the full art Mewtwo, why not? I don't know if we're going to win this one. We don't have a really good setup for the time being, but we want to get our full art in play if nothing else. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to leave it up. Let's just check it out. I've said this before, though. I don't really like the full arts that much because there's no background. It's just a solid color, you know? It's like they could have done more. Like I find, like look at Tapu Lele over here. Look at the background. It's really cool, really colorful, really amazing. We got Bridget. That could be helpful. I've got 2 basics left, however, so let's get them both out. But as I say, look at Mewtwo. Sorry, let's end the turn. Look at Mewtwo. Look at the full art. Like not even full art. Look at the background. That's so much more amazing. What do you guys think of the full arts? Do you like them? I've liked them in the past. It's just as soon as the Sun and Moon set came out, it feels like they're just so basic. Alright, so we are weak to Psychic, which is bad. However, if I'm correct, it's not affected by weakness or resistance, so that is fine. I've been fooled by that before. We have a Zorua on the bench over there as well. Let's drop a Charge-a-Bug. And that's about all we can do. I need to get energies. What is happening? I need a new hand. That's what I need. I need N. Give me a random receiver. Give me N. I'll play N. Get a Victavolt. I'll get a Venusaur, a Rare Candy, and a Psychic Energy. That's all I need to get. It's not asking too much, is it? Only 41 cards left in the deck. There's got to be some combination of that happening. Or not. And that's my turn. How about you? Even with as bad a setup as they had with Tapu Lele GX as the lead, I'm getting demolished over here. That ain't what I wanted. Well, I think we're going to have to let this Mewtwo-GX get destroyed. I'm going to start powering up the one on the bench. But at least the extra HP from the Fighting Fury Belt will slow things down a bit, unless they get themselves a... Oh, it's the stand-in Zoroark. Of course it is. Unless they get themselves the... Lycanroc. That's it. I had to stop and think. Was I going to say the right name? I was, but I second-guessed myself. Alright, so you're standing in. For what purpose? You're gonna hit me for 60 now. Don't do that. That's just mean. Victable. Alright, so at least we can get some energies here. Let's Strong Charge, get a Grass Energy out. This is also going to help speed up the deck a tiny little bit. I'm getting a second card out of the deck every single turn. We're going to end it right there. I don't like the fact that you can hit me for... Oh, come on. Now I can't have more than 4 bench Pokemon. Pseudo-Widow. That doesn't really matter, I guess. Another 60. Alright, so if I need to, I can strong charge onto the Mewtwo-GX up there and retreat. Now then, let me think. I want to give energy to this one here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strong charge, attach another one to the Mewtwo-GX up here. I'm going to use that second energy to retreat. I want to bring up the Mewtwo-GX that has the Fighting Fury Belt. It's going to hit us for 80, which we will survive. Actually, we're going to go for the Super Absorption and do some healing as well. It's not super effective, of course. Tapu Lele has no weakness, but we do have that plus 10 damage from the Fighting Fury Belt, which I kind of forgot about. So we're doing 70 per hit. Let me think. Oh, they're going to bring it back. That's not bad. Alright, we're going to see this thing evolve up, more than likely. There's that Wonder Tag. But they have used their supporter for the turn, though, through Acerola. We're going to get Wally. Can't use it just yet, fortunately. Are you going to retreat the Rockruff? Because I can take that down and heal myself 30 more. Oh, you can stand in, too. That's right. So you can hit me for a lot. Not quite the knockout, fortunately. Okay. So, you have resistance. I could do 90. I could do 100 minus 20 for the resistance. If I strong energy another grass onto Mewtwo-GX. Or right now I could do 70, so I got to do 50. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strong charge onto the bench Mewtwo-GX. I got to kind of hope that I can get myself a Psychic Energy next turn. Because this Mewtwo is going to fall. But I'm going to need a Fighting Fury Belt. Tell you what, I know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is this. I'm going to get my second Puzzle of Time, right? I'm going to play both of those, bring back the Psychic Energy and the Fighting Fury Belt. That's all I need to win this. Wally, we're going to see Lycanroc, GX. I'm assuming. There's, oh, it's the midday form. The Golden Switch card. Not bad. The Crunch. Ooh, tiny little bit. Discard energy from the opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Huh. We're going for broke. I'm betting all on the second Puzzle of Time. No such luck. But, here's what I can do. I can strong charge. I can throw an energy onto Mewtwo-GX. I can retreat. I can get out of here. Come on back, GX. Go up there, Grubbin. Take this hit the best you can. You're not weak to fighting. Doesn't matter, I'm sure. One hit brings it on anyway. Actually, no. Crunch won't, but Accelerock will if they get another energy. There we go. And actually, now Crunch, I think, does get the knockout. Look at this! Oh, we're seeing both Lycanroc forms. Cool. Not cool. I hate this. I could have used an N long ago. Yay, there's my Venusaur. Ow! That hurt. Okay, one prize left. You are weak to grass. Check this out. Where am I? I was gonna put second grass and destroy this thing. Or at least do 30. Well then, go ahead. Why? Unnecessary? Why? Alright, if you went for one more card, I was leaving before you get the damage off to get your daily challenge completed. You don't need to play all those items, all those cards. You go for the injury, you go for the knockout. That's it. That's annoying. Alright, we flipped 0 heads that time. How many tails did we flip? Pretty sure we didn't flip any, because I don't think we flipped any coins, did we? Oh, we did flip a tails. How about that? Alright. But, not done yet. Going in again. Mewtwo-GX is going to get a win. What are you wearing? That's cool. Lycanroc Midnight form with a Hoopa Unbound coin. Rose roll 22 with a whole bunch of cards or a whole bunch of types that I didn't see. Also, we lose the coin flip. They take the first turn. We don't mulligan for a change. Not bad. I've got Bulbasaur as a starter. I've got Sophocles to help me out here. We will get to attack on our first turn. That's not going to matter because they're leading off with the all-powerful Alakazam-EX. Haven't seen you in a while. So, we don't want to put energy because suppression is going to hurt us. What we're going to do here, we're going to Sophocles, get rid of a couple of basic grass energy since we don't want to make use of those, and draw 4 more cards with a Nest Ball. Might as well get our Mewtwo-GX out. I don't see why not. And let's throw this onto the Mewtwo-GX. We're gonna get Bulbasaur out of there at some point, though. What's the matter? You don't like Mewtwo-GX? What's the matter? Actually, what am I thinking? They could hurt Mewtwo-GX with that suppression, because it hits things on the bench, too. The Max Elixir. Energy to the Alakazam-EX on the bench. No more energy to attack with, however. Alright, so even if they do 3 damage counters, it's not going to hurt the Bulbasaur too much. Let's go ahead and Kukui. I mean, we got some more cards. I have Guzma now, too, though. And you guys are weak to Psychic, are you not? You are. Could I find a Fighting Fury Belt, please? Because I could do enough damage to take down... Could I? Not quite, no. Bridget, that is good. My opponent is heartbroken. I guess for the time being, let's continue getting some more Pokemon out. We'll put the Bulbasaur, we'll get a Grubbin, and let's get one of the other Mewtwo-GX. I might as well throw this onto the Mewtwo. Or should I retreat? I'm actually going to put the Bulbasaur in retreat. We can start doing some damage here. Go with the full burst, doing, it's going to be 60 due to weakness. Take that, at least get some damage off here. Now, when Alakazam evolves into, Alakazam-EX evolves to Mega Alakazam-EX, I believe you put damage 3 on the active, 2 on a bench, or 2 on the active, 3 on a bench, or something like that. We're going to find out. 2 on the active, 3 on a bench. Now, what does your attack do again? We're going to find out. 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Ooh, that hurt. Another Mewtwo-GX right here. What's the best way to play this? Let me try something. I'm going to Field Blower. I'll get rid of the Spirit Link. Now, by Puzzle of Time, I can choose the top 2 cards that I want to take using Lily. Actually, no, Lily will get me all 3. Let's just do that. Puzzle of Time, we'll see what we're going to get. Rare Candy and Psychic Energy. Actually, let's grab the Psychic Energy first. Then N, I guess. Rare Candy. What am I thinking? It's not really going to matter. We're going to evolve into Charjabug. Let's now get Lily. Draw 4 cards. We can Puzzle of Time again, see what we're going to get on the next turn. Let's just do that. Altar of the Moon, Fighting Fury Belt. We'll grab... I need energy, though. Hang on. How much do you have left? 210 totally took 60. I could do 120, which is not the knockout, but I could heal 30. This does more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So this Mewtwo is basically going to fall. Let's grab Fighting Fury Belt, Ultra of the Moon, Energy, then the Ultra of the Moon. That might be the best play here. So this I will attach to the bench Mewtwo, and this one is going to go full burst, do 60. So this one has 90 HP remaining. Fighting Fury Belt. Oh, wait, I got Psychic Energy on top, did I not? Another Alakazam-EX to the bench. Zen Push. So we do lose our first Mewtwo-GX. Ow! I almost did 1,000 damage with that. What's the deal? Alright, we got ourselves the Fighting Fury belt. It's not going to be enough damage, though. Hang on. Well, we have N. We're going to play N. Back 6 cards. We need an energy. What did we not find? An energy. But we did find Ultra Ball. I'm going to get rid of Wally. And with the damage they're putting out, I don't think Pokemon Center Lead is going to help us too much in this situation. We're going to grab ourselves one of the Vickables. We're going to drop that onto our Charge-a-Bug. Now we can use the Strong Charge. Throw this onto the active Mewtwo-GX. We can do Super Absorption now, healing, and knocking this thing out. 140. Not quite as impressive as the damage you dealt on us just now, but I'll still take that. It is the knockout. Grubbin and Ivysaur. Alright. I'm going to evolve up. You got a Spirit Link in there, perhaps? You got a Remoraid for the Abyssal Hand when it evolves up. Super Rod. What do you shuffle them back in? I'm assuming your Mega Alakazam. Yep. And a Psychic Energy and the Alakazam-EX. That doesn't matter. Okay, Ivysaur. Let us play Skyla. What do we want? Let's take a look what we can find. Field Blower, we got Rare Candy, we got Ultra Ball. Don't know. Let's go with Ultra Ball, I guess. So I'm going to Ultra Ball. I don't think Retreating is going to help us here. Ultra the Moon, Grubbin, we can toss you guys away. Grab ourselves a Venusaur. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue adding more energy. I think there's one left in the deck. I can shuffle some back in using Super Rod, though. How many grass energy are discarded? There's plenty. So we're going to go for the Super Absorption. Should be doing 140, I think. Yep, 140, and we heal back to full. So even if you do Mega Evolve, it is not going to hurt us. Well, it'll do like, what, 20, I think, due to weakness. What are you? Mewtwo? It's a mirror match. Except not quite, because we are Mewtwo-GX. So Suppression! Ow! You hit me for 30 damage. 3 damage counters. What's the deal? Not much to worry about. Now, before we make a move, what is this going to do? Barrier could... Actually, Psychic's going to hurt us. 20 plus 20... So we do 80, that'll do 160 total. We do have to use Super Absorption. Just to speed things up, I'm going to grab some more basic energy out of the deck here. There's 2 Psychics left. I'll put one onto the bench Mewtwo-GX, of course. And let's Super Rod back in the 3 grass energy. I'll start using the Strong Charge on our bench Mewtwo. Get that one ready for battle, if and when it needs to come up. So let's get the knockout on this one. Super Absorption takes it down, heals us back to full HP. This is a tricky one. You gotta watch out for the weakness. Psychic types are always kind of interesting. They're good against one another. Come on up, Mewtwo. Probably don't want to go ahead and, or they probably don't want to get themselves taken out due to weakness, eh? Fighting Fury Belt doing, that's going to do 180? Nope. Interesting. Well, let's show you the power of what we want to do here. Attach a grass energy, we're going to Strong Charge another energy onto it. Let's get as much damage out as possible, just to show you the power of a full burst with the Jungle Totem helping out. Check this out. 420. Puzzle time. 2 puzzle times. What do you got next? What are you planning to do? You can't touch Mewtwo-GX. That's actually not bad. they can retreat this thing. We in a bad spot. Now, they could be getting Guzma here with the Tapu Lele GX's Wonder Tag. Oh, if they knock out my Mewtwo, they win! But what supporter could they use? Because if they get Guzma, or Sycamore, I was going to say, if they got Guzma, then they would force my GX from the active spot. So, 7 fresh cards. Can they get the win here? Because if not, I can knock something out next turn, and I take the win. This is an interesting play. Interesting match, I should say. Nothing could have helped them in that situation. Like I said, they could have got a Guzma, but then they would have said something else up that wasn't GX. They wouldn't have won the match. My Mewtwo-GX comes back up. Bam! Slams it with that full burst. Almost said full absorption. Full burst doing a massive amount of damage. I want to check those stats. Let's just take a look here. Most valuable player was Mewtwo-GX. Biggest attack was 420. Damage dealt was 960. I don't know what the prize is, but whatever. Build 90. Attached 10 energy cards. Yeah, I didn't even flip any coins. What was the last coin flip that I did in the last match? Was it just the starting? Maybe. It was, actually, right. Alright, and they flipped... Aw, 1 tails. That's no good. But, after that 11-minute and 1-second match, that 1 second made all the difference there, we managed to get a win with Mewtwo-GX and using the Jungle Totem. I'm not going to overuse Jungle Totem too much, you know. I've used it twice in a row now. I don't think I'm going to overuse it too much. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows what grass Pokemon are coming in the Crimson Invasion expansion that Jungle Totem could really help out with. But let's head on back over to the deck manager, and we'll just take a look at our good old Genetic Burst, maximize it, and show you that is the true power of Mewtwo-GX, using, of course, Jungle Totem to boost more damage from that, or to that full burst, using double grass energy for each basic grass energy attached. It's a cool ability. I love it. But that is my assembly for a Mewtwo-GX deck. Do you have any sort of other ideas that you could use in a Mewtwo-GX deck? Like if you use Mewtwo-GX yourself? Any suggestions on how to improve this deck, or whatever kind of deck build you have? Feel free to leave the comments down below, or leave it in the comments down below is what I meant to say. And anyone that wants to make a Mewtwo-GX deck of their own could use your suggestions and ideas, and sort of adapt them. Either way, they could use them in their own deck in Pokemon TCG Online or in their real-life decks as well if they have these cards. But I guess that is going to be it. Let's just take a quick look at the other GXs from this current expansion of Shining Legends. Oh, look, Shining Pokemon has a special little checkbox over here. Okay, Shining Legends, Pokemon GX. Let's see, not owned. I only have a Mewtwo right now. Alright, so we have Entei GX. Look at this Mewtwo-GX. Who doesn't want that? That is awesome looking right there. We have Raichu-GX. What can you do? Voltail. Ooh, it paralyzes and does 120. Nice. We also have Zoroark-GX. So there's not that many GXs in this set, which is okay by my standards, because I don't have to spend too much time assembling special kind of decks for these things. Do you have any particular Pokemon GX from the Shining Legends expansion you'd like to see me use for next week? Or even, we can go back another set, because I haven't done all the GXs from Burning Shadows yet. Do you want to see any of these particular GXs that we have not used yet? I know we haven't used the Tapus. We haven't used Machamp. I haven't used Lycanroc and Ho-Oh. I think... No, we haven't used Darkrai GX either. So we could use either of those, whatever you guys want to see for next week. Leave a comment down below which Pokemon you want to see me use for next week's video. I just noticed there's a can of pop up here. Man, you love throwing trash around, Muck. Anyways, that is going to be a wrap for today's Pokemon TCG Live Online match. If I get the editing done on the next video, stay tuned tomorrow for the Pokemon TCG Crimson Invasion pre-release at Heroes Beacon, showing off a lot of the new cards from this upcoming new set. Is it November? Sometime in November it comes out. I think it's the first Friday in November? The 3rd? I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but you go to Pokemon.com, check out Crimson Invasion. It'll tell you right on that page when this set comes out. But come on back tomorrow, or at the latest, I'm going to say Monday, for the pre-release coverage of Crimson Invasion. But if you want to see some more videos from Professor Chaz in the meantime, you can check out some of the links during the outro to some more videos, as well as a link to subscribe to the channel for more daily Pokemon content, such as later on today, we'll be doing a live stream. I'm going to set up my 3DS to do some Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles with you folks out there on a live stream. So come on back in how many more hours? I'd say, whoops, I hit the microphone. Probably about 8 hours or so from the time that this goes live. So I'm going to aim for about 9 o'clock Atlantic time. If you're not sure what time that is in your time zone, just check maybe your computer clock or something, or just go to Google, do a conversion, say Atlantic time, 9 p.m. to whatever time zone you're in, and come on back to the channel to join in on the live stream and see if you can kick my butt in Sun and Moon. Spoilers, you're probably going to be able to, because I play for fun, I'm not competitive, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that is going to be a wrap, so thanks for watching today's Pokemon TCG live online match video, folks. Hope you're interested in seeing some more Pokemon GX in the future, from Shining Legends and soon Crimson Invasion. And with that, I'm now signing off, and as always, I'll catch you next time.